The leading American artificial intelligence company, Anthropic, is about to launch a new AI platform that could create huge problems for the crypto industry. How exactly? Well, stay with us to find out. We'll also reveal how one person used AI to discover a vulnerability in a crypto project potentially worth billions of dollars, and we'll talk about the growing debate over whether Bitcoin might actually be safer than banks in the era of quantum technologies. And to wrap things up, we have prepared something interesting about the top meme coins, Dogecoin and Shiba Inu. We'd really appreciate it if you hit the like button, drop a comment and subscribe to the channel. Our first story comes from the world of artificial intelligence and decentralized finance, and honestly, it sounds like a warning from the future. According to experts, DeFi users should urgently review and revoke their old approvals to smart contracts before Anthropic launches its new AI platform, Mythos. The reason is simple. This system promises to be so powerful that it could analyze massive amounts of blockchain data and uncover weaknesses that have remained hidden until now. In the crypto world, approvals or token approvals are permissions we give to various DeFi apps to interact with our tokens. The problem is that many people forget about them and leave active permissions to old or insecure smart contracts. It's like giving someone a spare key years ago and forgetting to take it back. If that key falls into the wrong hands, the consequences can be catastrophic. And this is exactly where the concern around Mythos comes in. The new AI platform could make discovering vulnerabilities much easier, not only for the good guys but also for the hackers. Specialists warn that if a malicious actor uses such a tool, they could find old forgotten approvals and drain funds from wallets that haven't been touched in years. That's why the community is now urging users to go into their DeFi wallets and revoke all unnecessary permissions. It's a quick and easy step, but it can prevent serious damage. And even though Mythos hasn't launched yet, the industry's proactive response shows just how big an impact this new generation of AI could have on crypto security. Our second story is about a man who discovered a potentially billion-dollar flow in the Zcash crypto project, not through complex tools, but with the help of the AI model Cloud Code. It's yet another example of how powerful modern AI systems are becoming and how they can fundamentally change the way vulnerabilities are found. According to the report, the researcher used Cloud Code to analyze a massive amount of code that would normally take weeks or months to review manually. The AI didn't just help, it literally pointed him to specific lines that looked suspicious. And right there, he found a serious logical flaw that under certain conditions could have led to losses worth billions of dollars. Even more impressive is that the person wasn't part of a huge team or corporation. He was an independent researcher who simply used AI to see what the human eye would struggle to notice. The story highlights two things. First, that AI can be an incredibly useful security tool, and second, that the same power can be used by malicious actors. Our third story comes from the world of major investors. Legendary billionaire Tim Draper, a long-time Bitcoin supporter, believes the cryptocurrency may actually be safer than banks, especially in the era of quantum computers. And while that sounds bold, his arguments are worth considering. Draper points out that traditional banks rely on outdated, often centralized and vulnerable systems. We've seen it many times: hacks, data leaks, frozen accounts, bankruptcies. According to him, once quantum computers become powerful enough, they could break many existing banking security systems in minutes. On the other side stands Bitcoin. Draper argues that the network is more resilient because it's decentralized, transparent, and constantly evolving. If quantum computers become a threat, the community can upgrade to stronger algorithms, something that's much harder for traditional banks. And Bitcoin doesn't rely on a single institution or server, making it harder to compromise. Of course, not everyone agrees. Some experts believe the quantum threat is still far away, while others warn that Bitcoin has its own risks. Finally, let's talk about probably the most famous meme coins, Dogecoin and Shiba Inu. In recent days, Doge dropped to its lowest level in the past 14 months, a decline that scared small investors but not the big players. Blockchain data show that whales have been aggressively buying the dip, accumulating 200 million tokens over the past week, just as the price looked most uncertain. This behavior isn't new. Historically, large wallets often use sharp drops to increase their positions. What's interesting is that this time the buying was especially aggressive. suggesting that big investors either expect a recovery or simply believe current levels are too low to ignore. Meanwhile, network activity remains stable and social media interest is rising, a typical signal that the community is waking up after a long period of quiet. Of course, this doesn't guarantee a reversal, but it shows that Dogecoin continues to attract attention even when the market looks gloomy. With SHIB, the tone is much darker. SHIB is going through one of its toughest years, with the price down over 65% in the past 12 months. This raises serious questions for investors. Where is the project headed and is a recovery possible? The main issue is that despite many promises, Shibarium, new features, ecosystem expansion, the market hasn't reacted as the community expected. Network activity has dropped sharply and interest from new investors is much weaker than before. Even the big SHIB discussions on social media seem quieter, which is unusual for a project that traditionally relies on a strong community. Analysts say the meme coin is at a difficult crossroads. On the one hand, it has ambitious plans and active developers. On the other, the price keeps falling and market confidence is weakening. Some large wallets have even reduced their exposure, adding more pressure. The big question now is whether SHIB can recover or if it's heading into a long period of weakness. The answer isn't clear yet, but one thing is certain: the next few months will be crucial for its future. That's all for today, folks. Have a great and successful day, and see you tomorrow.